All right, let's go ahead and talk about the problem of the day. Remember to please answer the questions that I ask out loud and think about the work you did compared to the work that we talk about together. Different doesn't mean wrong, but definitely be checking your work, making sure that it makes sense and that you end up in the same place and are showing your thinking clearly. All right, there's a lot of ways that you could have represented this problem. One way I imagine a lot of you did was just a labeled number sentence. 16 cupcakes times 22 sprinkles on each cupcake. That's going to give you the total number of sprinkles. Okay, there's also a lot of ways you could have used what you already know to figure out how to solve this problem. So I would imagine many of you made an array of place value blocks like this, just like we talked about yesterday. And you would have found that 10 times 20 is 200, 6 times 20 is 120, 10 times 2 is 20, and 6 times 2 is 12. Those are down here as well. I didn't show it, but I know you also would have added these up to find your total product. All right, so let's shift our focus for a second. If you were going to use the area model to solve this problem, what would be the first thing that you would need to do? Go ahead and say it out loud. Right, we need to draw a rectangle. Bigger for us. Okay, great. And what would our side lengths be and why? Say it out loud. Right, 16 and 22, right? Those are our two factors. How should I write them? Why? Say it out loud. Yeah, with expanded notation, so that we can multiply each place to find the partial products. So I'm going to put 10 and 6 for 16, 20 and 2 for 22. So how does thinking about area help us to solve now? Say it out loud. Yeah, area is length times width. And now we can break our larger rectangle into 4 smaller rectangles, and we'd have a length and a width for each of the smaller rectangles. Great, there we go. Okay, so how would I find the area of this small rectangle right here? Say it out loud. Right, I would take 10 times 20. And what is 10 times 20? How do you know? Say it out loud. Yeah, 10 times 20 is 200, right? The basic fact is 1 times 2, and then we have to think about our place value. Tens times tens is hundreds. So 1 10 times 2 tens is 2 hundreds, or 200. Okay, great. What is the area of this rectangle? How do you know? Say it out loud. Right, the area is 20. 10 times 2, that's going to equal 20. We could also think of that as 110 times 2, which would be 2 tens, or 20. This rectangle, go ahead, say it out loud. Yeah, we're going to take 6 times 20. The basic effect there is 6 times 2, which is 12. And then we have 20, which is 2 tens. So 6 times 2 tens is 12 tens. That is 120. How about this last one? Say it out loud. Yep. 6 times 2, that's 12. Both of those are 1, so there's no place value adjustment that we have to make. All right, and now to finish up, what do I need to do? Say it out loud. Yeah, add the partial products. 200 plus 120 plus 20 plus 12. 352 sprinkles in this case. All right, so here's my question for you. How are both the place value block array and the area model, how are those strategies similar? Say it out loud. Yeah, with both strategies, we are finding the partial products by place value. And then we add the partial products to find the total product. If you look at these two models, you'll see the math is exactly the same. We're just showing it in different ways, right? Here we've got 10 times 20 is 200s. Here, 10 times 20 is 200. Here we've got 10 times 2 is 20. 10 times 2 is 20, and so on. All right, go ahead and click on the arrow, move to the next slide.